You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening. Joining us on WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand. A Hazleton man has been charged for a fatal overdose that happened back in August. Hazleton police were called to Seibert Street for a report of an unresponsive 27-year-old female. Multiple doses of Narcan were given to revive her, and she was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, where she was later pronounced dead. An autopsy revealed that the victim died from a result of a fentanyl overdose. An investigation discovered that 55-year-old Neil Fort administered that fatal dose of fentanyl. He's been charged with drug delivery resulting in death and possession with the intent to deliver a controlled substance. He was arraigned, denied bail, and remanded to Luzerne County Prison. A Bloomsburg man has been sentenced 18 months behind bars for a COVID relief fraud scam. 63-year-old Daryl Corradini opened up Bitcoin and bank accounts under his corporation's name, CGM Realty LLC, by using false and forged documents. Through the scheme, Corradini obtained $300,000 in COVID-19 relief from the Paycheck Protection Program. The program is designed to help small businesses who have suffered difficulties during the pandemic. His co-conspirator, 57-year-old Vicky Hackenberg, and others have also pled guilty to a money laundering conspiracy. The documents contained false information and certifications about the corporation's employee payroll obligations, when either didn't even exist. On top of their sentences, Hackenberg and Corradini were ordered to perform 20 hours of community service and pay over $400,000 to the victims of the crimes. Joint efforts to keep pedestrians safe along Hazleton City streets have been in the works, and WYLN's Mackenzie Ocker has the details from this afternoon's presser.
Northeast Highway Safety and Hazleton Police came together for a Pedestrian Safety grant. Pedestrian safety has been an occurring issue in Hazleton for quite some time, and since summer weather is on the way, more people will be out walking the streets.
We are here today just to remind drivers and pedestrians to, share the road, look out for each other, watch pedestrians especially, watch where you're walking. There's issues where, people are looking down on their phones while they're walking across the street. They're listening to, earbuds or whatever and not really paying attention to what's going around there.
Motorists should also be aware of pedestrians walking as well over the next few months. The process is explained for how Hazleton obtained the Pedestrian Safety grant.
Police department had numbers of fatally injured and seriously injured pedestrians in Hazleton City, and it is part of a larger grant through the Department of Transportation, and that's how the department got picked.
Broad Street will be the main area of focus for this grant and around the high school since many students walk when they are dismissed. It's extremely important to use crosswalks to protect yourself when walking or crossing the street.
We also want the older teenagers to understand that, looking at their phones, wearing their earbuds, that could be dangerous crossing the street. If you have a crosswalk, you want to make sure that you use that crosswalk.
The Hazleton Police Department will be out observing the areas where the crosswalks are placed. They'll be making sure everyone is following the rules and will be out for safety measures.
We're going to have multiple officers out there. We're going to be going ahead and watching the crosswalks, not only for pedestrians, but also for vehicles who are not abiding by the rules. They have to yield for them. We're going to be down on Broad Street where the traffic control devices are, making sure that the pedestrians understand that they have to operate with the signals that they have, just like the drivers on the road do with the lights.
The Hazleton Police Department would like to overall educate people on the importance of slowing down at crosswalks and being mindful of pedestrians.
Some people might look past that section when they're getting their learner's permit. Something like this could save a child's life, could save your car from getting a fender bender, could save your car from getting totaled because the person brake checked due to a person walking out in front of you.
Next time you are out driving, take into consideration those who are walking this summer, especially in crosswalks. Reporting in Hazleton for Wyln News, I'm Mackenzie Ocker.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Penn State University's Nittany Lion Shrine and other buildings were vandalized over the weekend at main campus. According to the university on Sunday, vandals broke an ear and splashed red paint on the shrine and graffitied Old Main and the Alumni Center with red paint overnight. The Lion Shrine's an iconic spot for grads and families who want to take pictures to remember their time at main campus, but the area was closed behind security fencing for the investigation. The vandalism at Old Main was cleaned up following its discovery, but it's not yet known when repairs to the Lion Shrine will be complete. PSU is asking anyone with information to contact University Police at 814-863-1111 or submit it through the university's website online. An Ashland man is in custody for arson after starting a brush fire with fireworks Monday night. Emergency crews responded to a brush fire on Catawissa Road in Ashland just before 10 last night and arrived on scene to find a brush fire on an embankment that was gradually moving toward a structure. The fire was brought under control within minutes, and the remnants of fireworks were found within the area. A witness told police that 34-year-old Barry Hubler had been setting off the fireworks minutes before and fled the scene just before they arrived. Officers visited Hubler's home, where he admitted to setting off the fireworks. He was taken into custody and charged with felony arson and causing or risking a catastrophe. He was arraigned and locked up in Schuylkill County Prison after being unable to post $25,000 straight cash bail. Today was the last day to request a mail ballot for next week's Pennsylvania primary. Voters who waited until today to request a mail-in ballot might not receive them in time to return them to the Election Bureau by next Tuesday, May 17th, 8 p.m. deadline. Ballots can be deposited in 5 drop boxes throughout Luzerne County, including Hazleton City Hall from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, the Wright Township Volunteer Fire Department in Mountaintop from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday, Misericordia University's Passon Hall from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday and 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. over the weekend, Penn Place in Wilkes-Barre from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the Pittston Memorial Library from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday and Thursday, 10 to 5 Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 to 4 on Friday, and 9 a.m. to 4 on Saturday. All drop boxes will be open through Monday, May 16th, and the box at Penn Place will also be open until 8 p.m. on the 17th. Coming up on Wyln News, the latest cougar to go collegiate, plus details on Paws for Pets at Weis. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name's Jackson. Looks like it's sunny tomorrow.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Memberships are available at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. The new upgrades will leave you with a distinctive and unique experience unlike any other venue in Northeast PA. Call Frank Gradis 570-233-5328. Email vccpro@thevalleycountryclub.com.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hi, I'm Mike LaRocca. I'm running for state representative in the 116th district. I've lived in this district my whole life. I've been in business here for over 20 years. Just like you, I'm frustrated with the directions things are going. When elected, I will be the firm voice for seniors, veterans, law enforcement, and all citizens in the 116. I promise to bring as much funding into this district to improve quality of life and lighten the burden of those on fixed incomes. I cannot do this without your vote on May 17th. Send me to Harrisburg. I will not let you down.
A Hazleton area cougar signed collegiate yesterday afternoon, and our Rhino Sachi has the details on where she'll be swimming at.
Yesterday, a Hazleton area student athlete made the announcement they were moving on to the next level. Kayla Martosovsky, a swimmer at Hazleton, officially signed with Division III Arcadia University, where she will major in graphic design and join the swim team.
I'm really excited. I'm excited to just continue my athletic career, my academic career, and just continue in something that I'm actually really interested in rather than taking classes that I feel like I'm required to take and just doing something that I know I feel like I'm going to love.
Martosovsky is extremely excited to see what comes next in college, but said she will miss Hazleton because of the great family environment.
Definitely the sports and just like the family I found within it, because when I joined swimming and water polo my sophomore year, I feel like I really meshed well with the people that do the sports as well, and I feel like I found a family within that, and it was just a good feeling to finally find somewhere where I belonged.
But Martosovsky knows she wouldn't have been able to accomplish what she has today without the support from her family, coaches, and teachers.
I really found the support I needed to get through high school, and academically I think that helped me thrive a lot, and throughout that I think that really helped me thrive athletically as well. So I think that's what made me as skilled as I am now, and that's what made me move on to the next level.
Michelle Jakubowski, head swimming coach at Hazleton, is especially proud of Kayla as she came into the sport without any prior experience.
Very proud of Kayla. Kayla came on in her sophomore year and had no prior swimming experience, and she decided partway through the year she really liked it. And it's rare to see someone work as hard as Kayla works towards goals and never give up. And the fact that she's taking this to the next level is really exciting.
Jakubowski says it's no secret Kayla found success and knows she will do well at the next level.
Her work ethic, and she has natural athletic ability, and when you put those two together, there's really no limits. She's going to do awesome. Academically, she's a stellar student. I had the pleasure of teaching her as well, and athletically, she's awesome, and she just works so hard. Her work ethic, her dedication. When you love a sport, you really want to instill that love in others, and I'm really happy that she has that same kind of love.
Kayla will be competing in the backstroke, freestyle, and distance races. We here at Wyln wish Kayla the best of luck in her academic and athletic career. Reporting in Hazleton for Wyln Sports, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thanks, Ryan. Weis Markets launched their 14th annual Paws for Pets program. The month-long company-wide initiative collects donations for local animal shelters and rescue organizations. For the rest of May, customers can round up or give $1, $3, $5, or $10 donations at the register or self-checkout. Customers can also give online at weismarkets.com. All contributions will benefit local animal shelters and rescue organizations chosen by each store team. Coming up on Dunmore's News Choice, we're talking work zone safety on this Trooper Talk Tuesday, plus Leading the Way, Part 2. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on Wyln TV.
Abby is still perfecting her sidekick, and her jab is just for show. But for Abby, this is a remarkable day, because Abby recently defeated a real foe, cancer, when she partnered with Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital, a children's hospital close to home with more than 30 pediatric specialties. Take a bow, Abby. You deserve it. Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday. With me today is Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Troop in Hazleton. I am wearing my reflective vest.
It's all about safety.
It is about safety. And where would we see a lot of these vests now that it's spring?
Well, people aren't going to be happy to hear this, but it's going to be work zone season coming up. And you know what? We have bad roads in the winter and people complain, but guess what? In order for them to be fixed, the workers have to be out there, and they're going to be wearing vests like this. And we, as licensed drivers, have the responsibility to make sure that they are safe and that they could properly do their job to make the roads better for all of us.
And when we're talking work zone safety, again, it always seems to happen busiest time. People have got to get to work.
Sure.
People want to get home from work. But there are those signs that say speed limit. Now, how do we know that there is an active work zone?
So there will always be signs that says work zone ahead. It'll usually give you a couple increments of as far as distance, how long until you get there. And then you'll see the merge sign or you'll see the workers on the side of the road. That is an active work zone. Usually they have a sign that's flashing and it says active if light is flashing. If that's light's flashing, that's an active work zone. There's workers out there. They're trying to do their job, and we need to make sure that they are safe. You know, unfortunately, workers out on the roads are being hit and killed because drivers aren't paying attention. They're trying to merge in at the last second. We need to know that they're trying to make the road safer for us. They're trying to clear up these potholes and make the road smoother and better for us to travel every single day. So we need to have our eyes on the road at all times, not on the radio, not on the phone, not on the newspaper, none of that. Eyes on the road, and we need to turn our headlights on. It's all about seeing and being seen. Turn your headlights on. That helps the roadside workers too. Go slow through the zone and then pick up to your normal speed afterwards.
And when you are traveling, and I've come across this on the Turnpike, the Northeast Extension, I've come across this on 80, 81, 84, as you come up on a work zone, there's no one there. But it's still, the light is flashing.
Sure.
And now you've got someone behind you saying, "What are you doing? Well, there's nobody here." what do you do?
If that light is flashing, then you have to assume that that is an active work zone. And a lot of times these patterns are set up so they could slow people down, and the workers aren't right in the beginning of that pattern. They might be in the middle or towards the end, but again, that's there to keep them safe. In case somebody isn't paying attention and they drive through, the workers are farther up ahead. So again, we have to play it right. And also, you got to remember something. There may be a state trooper sitting in that work zone with a radar gun. And if you get pulled over, if you get a citation in an active work zone, the fines are doubled.
Oh.
The fines are doubled. And the fine for speeding is determined on your speed. So the faster you're going, the more money your citation will be. And that will be doubled, and that will be points on your license assessed by PennDOT that could result in a license suspension. It's all very easy. It's not worth it. These are people out there doing their job, working hard, trying to make the roads better. We need to slow down and make sure they're safe. And you know what? You're going to get through that work zone, and then your day's going to go on.
Yeah.
It's a very simple thing.
When we're also talking about work zone safety, one of the other things, it kind of goes into the move over law.
Sure it does.
Where you're also trying to slow down because you don't know what the workers are going to do, and sometimes they're pretty close.
Yeah. A lot of times they are close, whether they're sealing a road, fixing a hole in a bridge, something like that. They have to actually be out in one of the lanes while it's closed. So you know what? Move over as far as you can. Move over as far as you can and let them be comfortable and do their job. And main thing is let them be safe.
And it's not only the construction zones, but then sometimes you get in an area where there's line painting.
Sure. Line painting, there could be trash pickup on the side of the road. It could be a crash scene where we're investigating it and we have one lane closed. Our measurements or things like that. It could be a multitude of things. Either way, slow down, go through it, and make sure that everybody can be safe.
And we don't want to have any casualties,
No.
which I think there was already one this year, maybe
Not too
in
long ago.
Susquehanna County.
Yeah.
That, again, one of those things that happens.
It's unnecessary and it's avoidable. Focusing on the road, paying attention, being a responsible driver.
And slowing down.
Slowing down.
Slowing down. Probably the best advice that anyone
Absolutely.
can give. And we get that advice from Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Troop in Hazleton, and we'll have more when he joins us again on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
The clear choice for our next state representative is Gary Perna. Gary is the only candidate with real city and township government experience, working in both Luzerne and Schuylkill counties. Gary serves in multiple communities as a volunteer firefighter and gives his time to countless organizations. It's time we send one of us to represent all of us in Harrisburg. On May 17th, vote Gary Perna Jr. for state representative.
I'm Gary Perna Jr., and I approve this message.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Go Wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Mary Beth Cook's leading the way into part 2 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way, Part 2, and we are here with Mary Beth Cook. And Mary Beth, you told us in our first segment all about growing up and the people who may have got you in the right direction of where you were going to do. So what happened that led you to get to here, to the Helping Hand Society?
Well, as I said, my brother many years ago was the director, and we used to sell, I remember standing on the corner selling Easter lilies for the Easter seals, and I was interested in his job then, but then when I was a stay-at-home mom with my children, which was very important to me, and my girlfriend who worked here, she was a speech therapist at the time, Peg Papala, said we need volunteers for our academic helper program. And I said, oh, I don't know if I could do that. And she said, oh, you'll be fine. So anyone that knows John Seaman, once you meet John Seaman, you're good, you're fine, here's what you're gonna do. And from there, it just fast track. So I started as a volunteer, I think in 1994. And then John said, you know, we're very pleased, I wanna hire you as a teacher for the helper program. Okay, then the former program coordinator moved out of town, so he said, I'd like you to take it over. Again, I thought, oh, I don't know if I could do that. But again, John Seaman, you'll be fine, I'll tell you what to do. So I did that for many years, and I ended up being program director for the building, and that was in 2003. And then in 2011, when John retired, I became executive director.
So you started as a volunteer and all the way up to executive director.
I did.
Were you prepared for that?
No, I didn't even think I would be good enough to be, you know, I'm that type of person that's always questioning herself and second guessing, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. But John didn't give you a chance to be unsure of yourself, which was wonderful about him, because that was the marvel of him. He wouldn't take no for an answer, and with children, staff, you could do it, you could do it. That was his motto, you can do it. And so I did. I learned a lot from him, along, again, with my family, and we deal a lot with children with developmental delays, learning disabilities. We have outpatient speech, we have a typical preschool, we have a developmental preschool, we have an infant program, early preschool. We do individual therapies and target the teaching to the individual needs.
Now you hold that thought, because we're going to have you back again tomorrow night, and we will have Mary Beth Cook with us once again, and she is going to continue leading the way with the Helping Hand Society in segment 3. Hope you'll join us.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.